conversation to know if he physically said, well, there's a whole nother woman, so I can't really vouch for that. But I mean, I'm pretty sure, I feel like if she would have knew that firsthand, I think she would have thought a little deeper. But because he persuaded her to think that, oh, well, this is what poly is, and people technically do it anyways when you're dealing with this man and that man. I mean, that's just a bunch of bull to me. So I feel like once he kind of was like souping her head and putting all this stuff in her head, it kind of led her towards the way of, maybe I could be free. Maybe I could be and, you know, do what I want outside of being or dealing with my parents, which any girl at any age, especially when they reach over 18, feels like they can do whatever or however. Like, I mean, and I felt like that right there made her feel like she basically could just do this and think that it was just going to be okay.
So I'm sorry to cut you off, Love, but people are asking, there's 539 people in here now. It's getting pretty hectic in here. I ain't even going to cap. Like, it's a lot. I never had this many people on my platform. But I'm so glad that you requested to, like, even speak to me, because people are wondering who you are. This is Olivia's sister. And for those who don't know, this is Olivia's sister from this trithruple, which is in my description box. She is expressing her part in, like, what she plays in Olivia's life, or who she is in Olivia's life, to give us better understanding, right? So for those who don't know and those who are keep on asking, I turned off my comments because it was getting a little bit too much.
Left it at that. I mean, she's not going to really say too much. As you can see, her response was, a couple of days ago, where she said, who's going to change her perception on anything or how she feels, which, I mean, that's anyone at that age. I mean, I can honestly say that since this has happened, my inbox alone has had more than, I can't even begin to tell you how many people have reached out to me and said that they're basically around her age and you know, they're going through stuff themselves, and it's almost like when I talk to them, all I can say is pray. I mean, honestly, the biggest thing that can happen is pray. If it was so easy for me, my dad, and my brother and my sister, for us to just walk over there and just get my sister, or her mom to just walk over there and get my sister, I mean, does everybody think that we wouldn't have already done that by now? I mean, it's been real here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just drives me crazy that people think that we don't love her enough. I mean, it just don't make sense to me that people, and I mean, even going off of what people say, because I mean, at the end of the day, I really don't care what anyone say. I'm her sister. I don't care if it's half, little bit.
Honestly, I have three other half sisters, and they're all my sisters.
And I am the oldest on both my mom's side and my dad's side. So all my siblings are younger than me. I actually reach out to them, make sure I stay in contact with them. I have twin sisters over here myself that are about to be 21. And when I mean to tell you, I'm on them.
Yeah.
What I was trying to say is I have half sisters, and I can completely understand where you coming from, because I don't like to claim them as half sisters. Those are my sisters. I don't want to hear nothing about a half. I want to hear nothing about a quarter. Those are my sisters. You can't tell me any otherwise. Even though we don't get along, even though we may have spoken years. My sister came on my panel today. My sister was in my comments today, and I haven't spoken to my sister in months. She was on my comments today, and she said, "Sis, I see you on my For You. I haven't spoke to this girl in months. I seen her today, and it was nothing like I ain't speak to her in months." So people talking to you, have you spoke to her lately? That don't matter. If that's your sister, that's your sister. If y'all got a good relationship or not, that's still your sister. You still gonna defend her. Any gift, and if she's in harm's way, you gonna protect her. That's how I feel about all my sisters. Period. So I feel you, sis. I really do.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm being honest with y'all don't even know, like, oh, it just hurts me so bad. I cried the other day, and I was just praying to God, and just like, I really hate that the world is like this today, to where everybody gets brainwashed. But because you know what? I'm not even about to sit here and say that just a man can brainwash a woman, because women brainwash men too. You know what I'm saying? So it's both ways. It's just very hurtful in this situation because it's hitting close to home. It's my little sister. Like I would never want nothing like this for her. I would want her to have a family, get married, be happy. I mean, she claims she's happy now, but do I really know that?
Right.
No, I mean, because I feel like I don't think it's something that's gonna really last neither. So I mean, hey.
So how old is Olivia really?
Olivia is gonna be 21 in November 2nd.
Oh, wow.
So if from even with that situation too, and supposedly and how her and Sean met, the timing and all that, I mean, I'm not really 100% certain about that. Because when I do talk to my sister, I mean, we don't really discuss that type of stuff too deep. I mean, I knew she was seeing someone, but then I found out through social media that it was not just her and him. It was way deeper than that. So.
Wow.
As far as Sean, I mean, I just think he's something else. I mean, I can't even explain just how I really feel. I mean, like, how is it that you're okay to be with somebody so younger? I mean, whether he had, like, how is it that you're okay with somebody? However he feels about her having,
saying, like, you know what I'm saying, Sean position, whatever. But how do you feel about the other young lady who was involved in this situation and her age and her mental do you get what I'm saying? So can you answer those two questions for me, please?
So the first one, what you said, like if we're working on something to try to get her back home and all that stuff. Like I said, I mean, we can't just go over there and just grab her and just pull her back home. The most we can do is still try to, go over there, whatever the case may be. I'm not going to disclose that information if that is something in the work, just in case this does turn into something else or something deeper. So I would hope y'all would respect me on that level. But as far as
for sure,
other young woman involved in the situation, I really feel like Shanice just sits back on a lot of the stuff, and I think, like I said, with her also being around my age as well, I really feel like she feels 100% that Olivia probably shouldn't be there. And I'm really just leave it at that. I really feel like she feels that Olivia shouldn't be there, and that's not something she wanted, especially being that Sean did this and she came home to this. That's not okay. Like, that's not right.
Okay, I have a question. So, if Olivia, I understand that she was in a previous relationship before she got with Sean. I'm not sure if y'all family knew about it, because I'm pretty sure she was like around 17, 18 years old. So, if she, you know what I mean, with the relationship that she was in, did y'all know about it? When she went to LA, did she just up and jump and go for Sean because he had Rolexes? Like, did she ever discuss with y'all what was the situation? Like, what was that kind of conversation about?
So the situation with her ex, don't know much about. As far as how that whole situation with Sean is kind of where, if we're being technical, I really feel like Sean is more of the most of a relationship she had. I think that last boy she was really wasn't just not what she wanted or to what she liked it at the point. And I think I really do believe, just off of things that she's physically said and said nationwide, I really feel like as far as that ex-boyfriend of hers, I feel he didn't know anything, and Olivia kind of talked to Sean, and Sean kind of souped her into coming there. I do feel like she definitely mentioned to Sean that she had a boyfriend, I definitely feel like Sean would have definitely probably took what she said and definitely